Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel Code with ER. In this video guys, we're gonna learn something new, something different. In this video guys, we're gonna learn something new, something different in JavaScript only. Okay, yes guys, you heard it right. In this video, we're gonna learn how to handle the errors inside JavaScript only. Okay, so guys, just to show you guys, I have already built some example. I have already written some code. Okay, so guys, just let me go to the code and let me explain you the example as well, what I mean and what we are going to learn in this video, in this session. Okay, so let me go to the first, and guys, as you can see here, it's completely blank. We have got only text, complete error handling in JavaScript. Okay, yes guys, today in this video we are going to learn how to handle complete errors inside the JavaScript. In this video we are going to learn that. Okay, so just let me go to the console first. So just open the developer tool and go to the console. Here guys, as you can see here, we have got some text inside the console, which says hello Prabhat Pandit. Second one is hola Prabhat Pandit, and third one is it will run regardless of try block result. Here you can see 2, and last you can see it will run regardless of try block result. Okay, so guys, in this video we are going to learn how to handle the errors inside the JavaScript for our so that it will our code will be 100% error free, 100% bug free also. Okay, so guys, just to give you more example, I want to take you to the W3 school. So let me just take you to the W3 school. Okay, so guys, this is W3 school website. As you can see here, the text JavaScript, try, catch, and finally. Okay, so guys, here is the first example. So this example has a typo in the try block. Okay, alert is misspelled. Okay guys, it says here is the try block. Okay, and it says alert is misspelled. Okay, the catch block catches the error and executes the code to handle it. Okay, so guys, just click the try it yourself, and let me just here guys, we have seen that here you can see here the try block welcome guest. Okay, so now in below the try we have got the catch block also. Okay, and guys, the catch block catches the error which will throw by the try block. Okay, so guys, catch block will only trigger catch block will only run when the try block is going to throw some error, then only catch block is going to trigger. Okay, so guys, as it says the ad alert is misspelled here, so it will throw an error and the catch block is going to catch that error, and it will display the on the UI, or you can display the error in the console also. Okay, so here says it says catch block, it is going to catch the error and it will display on the page. Okay, it says add alert is not defined. Okay, it says guys, add alert is not defined. Okay, so guys, in this video we are going to learn how to use try, catch, and finally block in our JavaScript code to make our code bug free, to make our code errors free. Okay, so guys, yes guys, in this single video we are going to learn how to use try, catch, and finally block of JavaScript. Okay, so just let's go to the back, and here guys, we have got some more descriptions. When an error occurs, JavaScript will stop and generate an error message. Okay, so guys, whenever the JavaScript code is going to encounter error inside the try block, then it will stop the execution of code. Okay, and then it will throw the code to the user or to the console. Okay, so guys, unless and until you're not gonna resolve this issue, you're not gonna resolve this error, the JavaScript code is not going to execute and it will be stopped there only. Okay, so guys, to run to make a smooth flow of your code, to run your code smoothly, we have to handle all the errors or all the exceptions in our try, catch block or finally block. Okay, so just let me just read some notes also. The technical term for this is JavaScript throws an exception. Okay, So guys, this is the technical term. JavaScript throws an exception. Okay, so JavaScript catches an error object with two properties, name and message. Okay, so guys, it says JavaScript creates an error object. Okay, whenever try catch block is going to encounter an error, so it will create an error object with two properties, name and message. Okay, and guys, here in the below of the note we can see try catch finally statements combo handles errors without stopping JavaScript. Okay, and the try statement defines the code block to run or to try. Okay, so guys, in the try block we generally write that kind of code which is supposed to throw some exception, which is supposed to throw some error. Okay, so guys, in try block we generally test our code. Okay, we generally write that kind of code which is supposed to have some kind of error, which is supposed to have some kind of exception. Okay, so guys, in the try block we handle that code. And guys, it's the next line says the catch statement defines a code block to handle any error. Okay, so guys, now if we got any error thrown by the try block, the catch block statement defines a code block to handle any error. Okay, so guys, inside the catch block we are going to handle the error which is thrown by the try statement block. Okay, and guys, the finally statement defines a code block to run regardless of the result. Okay, so guys, it says whether you are going to encounter any error and whether you are going to handle that error in the catch block or not, this finally block of block or like a code of like a statement of code is gonna run regardless of the result which will throw by the try block and which will catch by the catch block. Okay, it has got nothing, guys, it has got nothing to do with the try and catch block. The finally block will definitely run regardless of the try block result. Okay, regardless of this try block result. Okay, the throw statement defines a custom error. Okay, here guys, the throw statement defines a custom errors. Okay, both catch and finally are optional, but you must use one of them. Okay guys, it says guys the throw statement defines a custom error. See guys, you can use either throw statement in your code to throw the exception or to throw the error. But guys, it is a good practice, it is an ideal coding practice to use at least catch or finally block. Okay, but guys, both catch and finally are optional, but you must use one of them to handle error smoothly, to handle your exception smoothly in your code, and you can have your custom message, your custom error message which you can throw to the error, so that user is going to handle that error peacefully or easily. Okay, so guys, it is a good practice to use at least catch or finally block of code inside our JavaScript. Okay, so here is the also note: using throw with try and catch lets you control program flow and generate custom error message. Okay guys, I already explained you, it is a good practice to use throw statement to use catch or finally block. Okay, but using throw with try and catch lets you create a program flow and generate custom error message, so that your user is going to understand the error, then only he or she will be able to correct the or rectify the errors. Okay, so guys, in this video, here's the guys syntax. Okay, here is the syntax. You can see here try code block to run. Here is the catch error catch code block to handle errors, and here is the finally code block to be executed regardless of the try result. Okay, so guys, if you get error inside the try block, and if you are handling it inside the catch or not, this finally block of code, okay, this finally block of code is going to run definitely, no matter what, if you are getting an exception in the try block or not. Okay, so guys, here is the parameter. Okay, here is the parameters. So guys, here is the parameters, and this is the descriptions. Okay, so try code. Okay, required code block to be tested while executing. I already explained you guys, in try block of in try block, guys, we generally write that kind of code, we generally write that kind of a statement which is supposed to or which is prone to throw an error, or which is supposed to have some kind of like errors or bugs. Okay, and here is the error local reference to the error object. Okay, here is the err local reference to the error object, catch code, optional code block to be executed if an error occurs. Okay, so guys, in catch block, guys, in catch block, we generally handle the exception, or we generally handle the errors which is thrown by the try block. Okay, and finally guys, here is the finally code optional. This is also optional, and this is catch code is also optional, but we must use one of them at least in our code to make our code flow smooth and to generate some custom errors. Okay, so here is the guys finally code optional code block to be executed regardless of the try result. Okay, so guys, in this video guys, we will learn how to catch or how to throw any error inside the function. Okay, so guys, now let's get started and let's learn what is try, catch and finally block inside the JavaScript, and why it is so famous, and why being a good developer, why being a great developer, we should use these try, catch and finally block inside our JavaScript code to handle exception, to handle errors, and to throw a custom error to the custom error message to the user, so that he can rectify his mistakes or his errors, and then only our code flow, our code execution will be smooth and what can I say, to the point. Okay, so guys, in this video we are going to learn why we should use try, catch and finally block to catch exception or to catch errors. So guys, now let's get started and let's learn. Okay, but guys, before starting of the video, I would like to request you all guys, please guys, subscribe to my YouTube channel Code with ER, and please press the bell icon also, so that whenever I will upload a new video in the playlist like this, okay, on web development, on full stack development also, then guys you will be notified, and then you can watch them and you can learn them also, and you can be more and more well versed with the JavaScript, Vue.js, HTML, CSS and ServiceNow as well. Okay, so please guys, subscribe to my YouTube channel Code with ER, and please press the bell icon also. And guys, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and please share this video with your friends, with your colleague also, with your group also, so that they will be also knowing how to handle exception or how to handle error inside the JavaScript code, to work your code smoothly, to execute your code smoothly. Okay, so guys, now let me go to the code editor and let's learn what is JavaScript try, catch and finally block of code. Okay, so guys, now let me go to the code editor. So I'm gonna create a new page, give try, catch, okay, .html, and guys, just save the page now, and yeah, just create HTML. Okay, code with ER, Prabhat Pandit. As you all know guys, my name is Prabhat Pandit and I am a software developer. Currently I am working as a ServiceNow developer at Happiest Minds Bangalore, and I have got more than 4 years of experience into software development. Okay, so guys, now let's get started and let's learn. Okay, so guys, first of all, let me just paste a Bootstrap CDN file from the previous link on previous example only. So just go here and paste it here, paste it here, and let me just copy this div from here to here also, and just go here and paste it here. Yeah, so now save your code, copy the file path, go to the browser and create a new tab, paste it here, and just remove this and put localhost. So localhost, yeah, as you can see here guys, complete error handling in JavaScript. Okay, so guys, now let's go to the code editor back and create a script tag. So yeah, inside this script guys, we are gonna write some JavaScript codes, and then we will see like how to catch the error and how to handle the exception also inside this video in a single video. Okay, trust me guys, you know, like I am giving you my words. I promise you guys, after watching this video guys, after watching this session, after having this session guys, you will be well versed with how to handle errors or how to handle exception in JavaScript code, okay, inside JavaScript. Okay, so guys, now guys, I'm gonna create a function first. So create a function as function, okay, function1. Okay, so function1, and I will pass a parameter also here as a value. Okay, and open and curly braces, and guys, if I will check, okay, if value, okay guys, if value is greater than or equal to 20. Okay, so guys, this value, okay, I'm talking about this value. Okay, so guys, this value, it will be equal to 20 or greater than 20. Then what we will do, we will do something. So open and curly braces, and create a var, give str, okay, means a string, and equal to, we will say hello Prabhat Pandit. Okay, hello Prabhat Pandit, and here I will console also, console.log. So console.log, and I will say this str, so console this str, and paste it here, or we will also return, okay, we will also return, so return false. And if guys, if anything you know, bad happens, if suppose guys a user has provided value less than 0 or value less than 20, value less than, you know, 20, then we will throw an exception, we will throw an error. Okay, so guys, now I'm gonna throw an error. So throw new error, and I will say, okay, I will say here nothing found. Okay, I will say nothing found. Okay, and guys, I'm gonna call this function also. So call this function, and go here and paste below this, and I will provide a value here. I will provide a value of 20 now. Okay, as of now guys, this is true. Okay, so guys, as of now I have given here 20, so the condition is true because it says value greater than or equal to 20. So guys, here I have provided 20, which means the condition is true, and it will run the if block of code, and it won't come here through a new error. Okay, so guys, it won't come here. Okay guys, the control will be able to come here because the condition is true. It will enter into the if block, and it will, you know, return from here only. Okay, it won't be able to come here. Okay guys, the control is not gonna come here. Okay guys, let me explain you one more time. See guys, I have created a function named function1. Okay, and here I have provided a parameter as a value, and guys, here I am checking if value is greater than or equal to 20, then the control will come inside the if block, and it will say var str equal to hello Prabhat Pandit. It will console hello Prabhat Pandit, and guys, from here it will return. Okay guys, the control, okay, the control will return from here. The control is not gonna come to this line. Okay guys, the control is not gonna come to this line. It will return from this if block of code only. Okay, because as of now the condition is true. Okay, as you can see here, value is greater than or equal to 20, and also I have provided 20 here as an argument. So the control will be inside the if block only, and from here only it will return. Okay, from here only it will return. It won't come here. The control is not gonna come to this line through new error. Okay, so guys, now just save your code. Okay, just save your code, go to the browser and open the console developer tool, go to the console, and guys, now I am gonna refresh the page. Okay, so refresh the page, hit enter. See, boom guys, we got our text hello Prabhat Pandit. Okay, because guys, here the condition is true, so the control is gonna be in here if block only, and from here it is gonna return because we are returning it. Okay, we are returning it. You can, if you want guys, you can remove the false statement, so just let it be return only. So guys, as of now the condition evaluate to true, we have given 20 also 20 as a function one like argument, okay, and it will evaluate to true. The condition is evaluate to true, so the control will be inside the if block only, and from here only after console.log it will return, okay, the control will return. The control is not going to come to this line throw new error, so that we are not able to see any error, okay. So just go to the developer tool again and just refresh the page first, okay. So now as you can see here guys, hello Prabhat Pandit, because condition have been met, okay. So guys now I am gonna put 10, okay. So guys now I am gonna put, and now guys this if block of conditions, okay, this condition is now failed, okay. Guys as you can see here I have passed here 10, and it is checking, this if block of code is checking if value is greater than or equal to 20, then only the control will come into this if block. Guys now the condition is failed, so guys the control will directly come to this throw new error, okay, and we will get an error nothing found, okay, because this if block of code will not run because the condition is false. The control will directly come to this throw new error, and it will throw an error. We will get the text as nothing found, okay. So just refresh the page. See guys, you got the error, uncaught error, nothing found, okay. See guys, uncaught error, nothing found, okay. So guys here we are just like checking if this if block of code is okay or not. If it is not okay, then we are just throwing an error, okay. We are not handling it, okay. We are here guys, you can see here I am not using try or finally block, okay. As you can see here guys, I am not using catch or finally block to handle this error, okay. I am just throwing it to the console, okay. As you can see here, uncaught error, nothing found, okay. So guys now in the next code we will try to catch this exception. We will try to handle this error by using catch and finally block of code also, okay. So as of now let me just put 20 and refresh the page, and just refresh the page. Now as you can see here we will be able to see hello Prabhat Pandit. And guys, what if I just comment this return statement, okay. So guys tell me what will happen if I have commented this return statement. What will happen guys? Let's just check what will happen, okay. I hope guys you know what will happen, because we will also get throw new error, okay, in the console, because I have commented the code, okay. So guys after checking this if block of code, the control is gonna also come to this line also now, okay, because we have commented the return statement, okay. So now control is gonna also come to this line throw new exception, okay. So now just save your code, go to the browser and see what happens. Just refresh the page, okay. See guys, we got our message also, and we got our error also, okay. Uncaught error, nothing found, okay. So guys it is mandatory, it is really compulsory to use return statement if you are testing something, okay. If you find this your code is okay, so you have to return it, otherwise the control is also going to come into this line also, and it will throw an exception also after the if block of code, okay. After the if block of code the control is also gonna come to this line also, and it will also execute this line also, okay. So now just save your code, go to the browser and refresh your page, okay. So now guys we are not able to see any error because we are just returning it, okay. We are just returning it from here, so control is not gonna come to this line throw new error, and we are not able to see any error, okay. But guys now as of now in this code in this function we are not handling it, we are not handling the exception, we are not using any try or catch or finally block, okay. So guys now I am gonna define again a new function. So just below this line just go little up, and I am gonna create a function again, okay. So guys now create a function again, and give the function name as try code, okay. Try code, okay. And I'm gonna pass the parameter as a num, which means for number. So guys now open and curly braces, create a try block. Okay, so guys, I have already told you, guys, we generally write that kind of code inside our try block, which is supposed to, prone to error, which is supposed to throw some kind of error. Okay, that kind of code, that kind of block of code, we generally write inside the try block of code. Okay, so guys, now I am gonna write something. So first of all, I will check if guys num, okay, if num is greater than or equal to 20. Okay, if num is greater than or equal to 20, guys, then open and curly braces, what we will do, we will create a var here also, and we will say str. Okay, we will say str equal to, we will say hola Prabhat Pandit. Okay, and just terminate this. And guys, here we will just console also, so console dot log, and we will say str. Okay, and just terminate this. And here guys, also we will return. Okay, here also guys, we will return. And here guys, now we will throw an exception. Okay, so we will throw an exception and we will catch it. Okay, so guys, after the if statement, I am gonna throw new error, and I will say this is our custom error message. Okay guys, this is our custom error message. Okay, as you can see here, let me just go to the W3 School first, and let me just explain you. Here guys, you can see inside the note. Okay, inside the note section, guys, here the technical term for this is JavaScript throws an exception, and JavaScript creates an error object with the two parameter name and message. Okay, so name and message. So guys, here we will use some of the this parameter. Okay, this message parameter we are gonna use inside this session. Okay, so guys, now I will throw an exception here also. So I will say nothing found, just terminate this. And guys, below this try, okay guys, below this try block of code, we have to write our catch block of code. Okay, so we have to write our catch block of code. And guys, what it will catch, it will catch an error. Okay, it will catch an error. Okay, so guys, whatever error, okay, whatever error this try block of code is gonna throw, guys, always remember, whatever error this try block of code gonna throws, okay, we are gonna catch this error which will come from the try block. We are gonna catch this error or exception in the catch block. Okay, so guys, this catch block is gonna trigger, always remember guys, this catch block of code gonna trigger only when we will get some kind of error, when we will get some kind of exception from this try block of code. Otherwise, this catch block of code is not gonna run. Okay, so guys, now just catch. So we will say console, dot log. Okay, and what we will do, we will do catch block. Okay, catch block error. Okay, or we will say, and here we will just catch our exception also. Okay, we will just catch our exception also. So we will say error. Okay, we will say this error. Okay, dot message. Okay, we will say this error dot message. Okay, so guys, here I am using one of the two properties of the error object. Here, as you can see here, JavaScript creates an error object with two properties, name and message. Here I am gonna use the one of the property message. Okay, so I will say error dot message. Okay, and I will also create a finally block of code also. So finally, and guys, I will say also console dot log, and I will say it will run. Okay, it will run regardless of try block result. Okay, try block result. Okay, result. Okay, so guys, let me just explain you what I did, I hope guys I have explained you this try block of code. So guys, now let me explain you this catch block of code. Okay, so guys, whenever we encounter any error from this try block of code, okay guys, whenever we will encounter any error from this try block of code, we are gonna catch this exception, we are gonna catch this error inside the catch block, and here is the parameter also error, and we will display console.log catch block error, and we will say error dot message, and we have got the message here, nothing found. Okay, nothing found. Okay, so guys, whenever we will catch an error, it will display the message in the console, that catch block error, and it will say nothing found also here, because here I am grabbing this error message, error dot message. Okay, error dot message, which will say nothing found. And guys, here after the catch block, we have the finally block also. Okay, so guys, after the catch block, we have finally block of code also, which says it will run regardless of try block result. Okay, so guys, whatever will be the result of this try catch block, okay guys, always remember, whatever will be the result of this, try block of code, okay, whether it throws any error or not, okay, whether it throws any exception or not, okay, this finally block of code is going to run, and it will definitely run. Okay guys, always remember, whether this try block of code throws any exception or not, okay, whether it will encounter any error and it will throw any exception or error, and we will catch this error or exception inside the catch block. Okay guys, this finally block will be executed. Okay, whatever will be the result of this try block, okay, whatever will be the result of this try block, no matter at all, this finally block of code gonna run. Okay, so guys, now let me just create call this function. So just below this we have to call this function also, so just give semicolon, and I will put first here 0. okay, I will put first here 0 guys, because as you can see here, we are checking in the if block of code that number is greater than or equal to 20, then only the control will come into the if block, otherwise it will throw an exception. And here we are catching the exception, and it will say, guys, we will get the message also here also in the console, guys, we will get the message catch block error and colon nothing found, and below this text we will also get a text also, it will run regardless of try block result. Okay, so guys, now just save your code, go to the browser and just refresh the page. Okay, just refresh the page here and see in the console guys. Okay, see guys, boom guys, catch block error, nothing found, it will run regardless of try block result. Okay, so guys, as you can see here, our condition doesn't meet here. Okay, our condition of if block does not meet, so guys, that's why this throws an error, nothing found. And here guys, in the catch block, we catch that error or exception, it says catch block error, nothing found. Okay, that's why guys, we are getting here catch block error, nothing found, it will run regardless of the try block result. Okay, so guys, now let me just put 30. Okay, so guys, this time our condition is true guys, this time this if block condition is true, so the control will be inside the if block only. Okay guys, the control will be inside the if block only, and it is not gonna come here throw new exception. So guys, in this now guys, we won't get any exception or we won't get any error, but guys, this finally block of code will still run. Okay, this finally block of code will still run, because this finally block of code is not dependent on this try catch block. Okay guys, this finally block of code is not dependent on this try catch block. Okay, we will get here message guys, hola Prabhat Pandit, and we will also get the text also, it will run regardless of try catch block. Okay, so we will get the message hola Prabhat Pandit, and it will also get the message, it will run regardless of try block code, because this time our condition is true, this time our condition met. Okay, so guys, now save your code, go to the browser and refresh the page. Okay, So refresh the page now and see the console. See guys, we got the Hola Prabhat Pandit and it will run regardless of try block result. Okay, it says guys Hola Prabhat Pandit and it will run regardless of try block code. Okay, so let me just open this. See guys, this comes from here and this comes from here. Okay, this comes from here, Hola Prabhat Pandit, and it will run finally block of code. It says it will run regardless of try block result. Okay, and here we are getting this console message Hola Prabhat Pandit into the console. Okay, see here guys. Okay, Hola Prabhat Pandit and it will run regardless of try block result. Okay, so guys, now I hope guys you are getting me what I am doing here, what I am explaining you here. So guys, now I am gonna create a last function and I hope guys it will clear all your doubts, all your queries. Okay, so guys, now I am gonna create a third function. So below this, let me just create a function. So create a function and give the function name as division. Okay, give the function name as division and I will pass two parameter here, a and comma b. Okay, and I will add the comment also guys for you. I will add the comment also where, okay, where a is greater than 0 and okay, and b does not equal to 0. Okay, so guys, now we will check. Okay, if so we will check if, okay, if a is greater than 0 and okay, and b, okay, b does not equal to 0. Okay, and b does not equal to 0, then what we will do, we will do open and curly braces and we will just console.log. Okay, console.log and we will just show the division of the a and b. Okay, so a division b. Okay, a division b, and else guys, else what we will do, else we will throw an error, we will throw an exception. Okay, so guys, just be here. So throw new error and we will define our error, custom error message. Okay, here guys, I am gonna define the custom error message. Okay, so I will say invalid parameter for divisions. Okay, for division, just put as here. So guys, now we will also, you know, now we will create a new create a function now code. Okay, create a function code. So create a function as code and yeah, open and curly braces, and inside this I will try. Okay, I will try guys. Okay, so I will try here which code guys, I will try this code. Okay, which might be able to throw an exception. Okay, so guys, I already explained you in try block of code we generally write that kind of code which is prone to error, which is supposed to, you know, throw some exception. Okay, so guys, now I will just call this function from here and I will paste it here and I will pass the parameter also as 28 or give 20 or what can I say, give 10. Okay, so close this and now guys, I am gonna create a catch block. So create a catch block and we will handle the catch error also. So open and curly braces and we will just console.log and we will just close this and we will say that catch block error and just give colon and guys give comma also, and we will say this error. Okay, this error dot message. Okay, this error dot message. So guys, here guys, instead of this error dot message, when we will execute our code, it will place this message. Okay, it will place this message here. Okay, on the place of error dot message, whenever we will execute and whenever we will encounter any exception. So guys, it will say catch block error colon invalid parameter for division. Okay, and guys, now I am also gonna write finally block of code. So finally, and I will say console.log, and I will say close this. I will say it will run. Okay, it will run regardless of try block result. Okay, so guys, let me just explain you guys first. So guys, here I have created a function called division. Okay, and guys, I have given two what can I say, two parameter also here, a and b. Okay, and I have written the comment also where a will be greater than 0 and b does not equal to 0. Okay, so guys, if I am checking here if a is greater than 0, okay guys, as you can see here in the if block of code, if a is greater than 0 and b does not equal to 0, then only control will come into the if block, and then only we will be able to see 20 division by 10, we will get 2. Okay, otherwise guys, okay, if the condition is like false, if the condition does not meet, okay, the requirements, then we will come to the control will come to else block. Okay guys, then the control will come to else block and it will throw an exception, it will throw an error, and it will say invalid parameters for the division. Okay, and guys, now here I am creating a function also again named code, and guys, in this try block I am trying this code. Okay, I am trying this function. I already explained to you guys, in try block of code we generally write the function or code which may throw an exception, which may throw an error. Okay, so guys, here in the code function I am using a try, catch, and finally block, and guys, I am checking if this division function, if division function is gonna throw an any error or not. If it will throw an error guys, okay, if it will throw an error, we will catch the error in the catch block, and we will console.log catch block error, and it will say catch block error colon invalid parameter for division, and below that we will also see the text also, it will run regardless of the try block result. Okay, so guys, now we have to call this function. So just below this, paste it here. So guys, now everything is ready, and let's see. Just save your code, go to the browser and refresh your page first. So refresh the page. See guys, as of now we are not getting any error, because we are getting here result will be true, and it will run regardless of try catch block. Okay, so guys, here we are getting result 2. As you can see here in the console, we are getting 2 here guys, because here a is 20, okay, and b is 20, and 20 division 20 division 10, we will get 2. So guys, we are not getting any error. So guys, the control will be in the else block only, and it will not come to the else block. That's why we are not getting any error. That's why we are not catching any exception inside our catch block. Okay, so guys, now I am gonna just revert the condition. So guys, now I am gonna just remove the 1 from here, and now I am gonna give 0, 20 and 0 as a parameter, and let's see what happens. Just save your code, go to the browser and refresh your page. Okay, refresh the page now. See, boom guys, we got our error, catch block error, invalid parameters for division, and it will run regardless of try catch block result. Okay, see guys, this time the condition is not met, this time the condition is false. So the control will come into the else block of code, and it will throw an exception. Okay, it will throw an error, it will say invalid parameter for division, and guys, here we are just checking it. Okay, in the try block of code we are just checking the division function, and it has already thrown an error. Okay, it has already thrown an error in the form of invalid parameter. So guys, now we will catch that error in our catch block, and we will just console.log catch block error invalid parameter, and below this text it will also get it will run regardless of try catch block. Okay, so guys, that's why we are getting here catch block error, invalid parameter for division, and it will run regardless of try catch block. Okay, so guys, always remember guys, in if block of in try block of code, we generally write that kind of code which might throw an exception, which might which might produce an runtime error, which might produce compile error. Okay, or which might produce what can I say, unexpected or unwanted result. Okay, that kind of code, of block, we generally write in try block of code. And if we will encounter any error, we will encounter any exception in try block of code, it will throw. And here in the catch block of code, we can catch that error, we can catch that exception, and we can just console.log, or we can just throw we can just show the user that where is the error, what you are doing the mistakes. And here we can just show error.message. Okay, which will show this message, invalid parameter for division. And as you all know, finally it's gonna run no matter what, whether you are getting any exception in the try block, or you are catching it, or you are not getting any error from the try block, or you are not catching it. Okay, regardless of that, finally block of code is gonna run, and it will say it will display the message on the console. In the console, it will run regardless of try block of result. Okay, so guys, we are calling it the function here code, and we are getting our result also, which says catch block error, invalid parameter for division, and it will run regardless of the try block result. Okay, so guys, I hope guys you find this session, or this tutorials engaging, or some kind of learning informative as well. So guys, if you feel you have learned something from this video, from this session, please guys do subscribe to my YouTube channel Code with ER, and please guys press the bell icon also, so that whenever I will upload a new video in the playlist, you can be notified and you can watch them instantly, and you can learn also from them. Okay, so guys, I hope guys I have explained you each and everything about try catch and finally block of code in JavaScript, how to handle exception, how to generate exception, how to catch that exception in catch block of code, and how to display message, custom message to our console, to our user also. And guys, if you still have any doubt, please guys feel free to ask me in the comment section below. Guys, put whatever guys you have in your mind, regarding this tutorial, regarding getting my voice, regarding understanding my language. Okay, if you have any kind of query regarding this video, regarding me also, whether I am speaking too fast, whether my voice is not audible, whether I am speaking too fast, or you're not getting my language, you are not getting my voice, or whether I should speak little slow, please guys, if you have any kind of doubt, any kind of queries, please feel free to put into the comment section. In the comment section below, I will read all your comments, all your queries, and I will try to implement your suggestions, your query from the next video, from the next session itself. Okay, so guys, if you still have any doubt, you can go to the W3 School, and it will guys it has explained you really well, although I have also explained you really well. If you still have any doubt, just go here and try to learn in deep. I don't think guys, after watching this video, I don't think guys you are gonna go to the W3 School to learn what is try catch and finally block of codes inside the JavaScript to handle exception, to handle error. Okay, in the code, while running the code, while executing the code. Okay, so guys, I have explained you all the things in details. So guys, now I feel we have come to the end of this session and end of this tutorial. Please guys do subscribe to my YouTube channel Code with ER, and please share this video with your friends, among your colleague, among your group also, so that they will be also learning, and they will be also able to handle exception, handle errors inside their JavaScript code. Okay, so see you guys in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye bye guys. This is Pramad Pandit signing off now.